So welcome to Boxing Media Hub, proudly in partnership with Jam's Boxing Chat and Falcon Contracting. And got a good friend, as always. I've got Troy Williamson. How you doing, Troy?
Yes, I'm all good, mate. I'm all good. How are you?
Yeah, really good, really good. And as I say, the hair's growing well.
All of what's left.
Mate, welcome to my world. I'm hanging on. But yeah, it's good to see you. It's been a while. And boxing has definitely gone to another level, isn't it? Since I last spoke to you.
Yeah, definitely. What these Saudis have done with the boxing is, like you said, different level. It's great what they're doing.
Yeah. Do you think it's something that we're going to see long term, or do you think they're going to come in and out, or do you know what I mean? He's taken over, isn't he, Turkey? He's bought Ring Magazine. He's bought out the Undisputed Boxing Game that is a bit mixed, but he's bought that out and dominating in the sport.
I hope it is long term. I can't see it stopping anytime soon. Just they're making all the biggest fights, aren't they? So I hope it's long term because even for a boxing fan myself, it's great just to see all these fights coming together.
Yeah. Finally, we're getting to see him. We've got Eddie and Frank holding hands, which is lovely. So we're finally getting to see those fights, and everyone else is joining in. Jam's just said, "Big up Joel and Troy." Big shout out to Jam. Yeah. So last two outings haven't gone your way, but tough fights. To be fair, both tough opponents. How do you feel about them?
Yeah, good fighters. Just obviously on the night, obviously the better man, the two better men won on the night. Obviously I had problems, bit of personal problems, bit of weight issues, as you know. But there's no excuses because, as I keep saying, it was my decision to box.
Yeah.
Whether I failed weight, whether I was struggling to do weight, whether I had injuries, whatever reason, I decided to to go in that ring. So there's no excuses. Yeah, obviously it's just on the night the better man won. I think in all my losses, I think if I was 100%, I'm not saying I would beat them all, but I know for a fact I would give a lot better account of myself. But obviously in the three defeats that I've had, there's always been some sort of issue, whether it's been weight, injuries, personal life problems, whatever. But like I said, there's never no issues. I've never no excuses. I've never came out publicly and had an excuse because it was my decision to go in that ring and box. So yeah, fair play to them that they won on the night, and that's is what it is.
Yeah. And just while we're sort of talking about last opponents, Ishmael has really jumped in the deep end for the next fight, hasn't he, against Sergey Burchuk, which he's fighting this weekend. What a fight!
Yeah, do you know what it is? I've never even seen this guy box. But obviously, looking at his record and looking at who he's been in with, he's obviously a top contender. So obviously, I'm backing Ishmael. I hope he goes out there and gets the job done. It's obviously a hard task, but he's good enough. He's good enough to mix it with anyone. So hopefully, he gets a good decision over there.
Yeah. And obviously, you were speaking about the weight side of things. Obviously, that's a big factor for you. And now we're sort of moving on.
Yeah, definitely. It's been a long time coming. If I'm completely honest, probably 2 years, 2 years in the making. Like I should have really moved up after the Mason Cartwright fight. But obviously I didn't. I decided to stick around, and I think that's just basically because I kept on making the weight. Just purely down to because I kept on making it, and the opportunities kept on coming. I stayed at 154 when really I should have just after that performance moved up, but I didn't. And but we finally moved up and ready to get the show on the road at 160.
So was it becoming more difficult to get to that weight, or you just feel you're going to be more powerful going at 160 and that's where you're going to sit?
Yeah, well, yeah, it was difficult. Obviously, when I boxed Ishmael, I failed the weight,
Yeah,
so
yeah, yeah,
that was basically a telling point to just say my body can't do it no more. Um, but yeah, I've been struggling for the weight since my first defence of the British when I boxed Cartwright. I was struggling for the weight then. As obviously look at that performance, the first time I've hit the canvas by a shot that I don't think it wasn't really much of a big shot. It just obviously caught me off guard and boom, I hit the floor. So yeah, I think from then really, and when was that 2022? I should have moved up then. Being like you say, I'm massive. I'm big. I'm a big. I think I'll be a big 160. So me, what like I was the way I was walking around that to get down to 69.8 kilo. It's a joke. To be fair, I don't know how I done it.
yeah, yeah. But you're, on a positive note, you're very good with your diet. You train hard. You're dedicated. That's how you get there, isn't it,
Oh,
Troy? Let's be
1 million,
perfectly honest.
1 million%. That's one thing that's like I'm
Yeah,
dedicated. I live the life, live, breathe, and like sleep boxing. Really, like that's all I
yeah,
do. That's all I know is box. Like people coming out and saying I failed the weight intentionally and this that whatever. Like not in a
yeah.
million years. Like for the full
Anyone who
camp,
knows you,
for the
anyone who knows you, do you know
yeah.
what I mean? You'd never
These are
do that.
these are just trolls on the internet, but I don't take a blind eye to it because goes in one ear and out the other. Yeah, fucking like through the full camp, my weight was on target. Done the check weight, and like I say, obviously when it comes down to it, when I had to try and cut the water, I just couldn't do it.
Yeah, yeah. But we're moving on. Positive step in the right direction. 2025, new year, new weight, and we're looking forward to seeing Troy back out there. Obviously, I know you've been shouting names around. You want anyone. You're not fussed. But is there anyone in particular that you'd like to get in there and have a go with?
Like, I don't, I couldn't really get. I couldn't really get up for going back down and fighting some Bulgarian over 6 rounds. Like I
Yeah,
know
yeah,
my level. I know my level. Obviously I know I'm coming off 2 back-to-back losses, so it's easy to get pushed aside. Like these guys who I want to fight, who they know and I know that I'll give them hell. Or I'm not saying I'm going to go in there and demolish them. Like it's going to be good fights. Like these are good fighters. The Nathan Heaney's, Tyler Denny's, um, Felix Cash, Aaron McKenna. These are all good 160s, 160 domestic fighters that
yeah,
I believe I'm on the same sort of level. Obviously, I, I'm like who needs you sort of club. Like coming off 2 losses, so it's easy to get pushed aside. That could be like, oh, he's coming off 2 losses. What does he bring to the table? I understand that. So I'm a very high risk, no reward. But I'm willing to fight anybody.
but let's be honest. I know you've had your 2 losses, but like the 2 losses back to back. But it's not a case of they weren't great fighters. Do you know what I mean? It's not like you went out there and you got turned over by someone that you really shouldn't have been turned over by. Like they were tough
Yeah.
fights. They were 50-50 fights in a lot of people's eyes, weren't they?
Oh, of course, I've been in 50-50 fights from going right back to 2020. I've been in 50-50
Yeah,
fights. Um, Everybody knows, like, I don't need to keep going on about it. Everybody knows that I lost just purely down to hanging out the way for too long. That's exactly what it was. Like, I just
yeah,
didn't have no explosiveness no more. Like, last person I knocked out was Ted Cheeseman. After
yeah,
then, after then, that's when I started, like, I basically knocked Ted Cheeseman out in unbelievable fashion, won the British title, and then got Christmas out of the way, and then like you said, just that was it. Just, like I
yeah.
was struggling to do the weight from then. So up at 160, my explosiveness is back, strength's back, and I'm going to be knocking people out again. That's the be all and end all. I'm going to be back in explosive fights, and I'll be ending people again.
No, 100%. Håkan, all the way from Sweden. Big up Joel and Troy.
Yes,
Um, Chat a lot of boxing. New channel out there. Big shout out to Darren. Evening, Joel and Troy. Can't wait to see Troy's next fight announcement. Have we?
can't wait myself. Can't wait
Yeah.
myself.
Have we got any news, Troy, on who's next? I'd like Troy versus Mosley Jr. or Brad Pauls.
There you go. Like, everyone wants to see me in big fights, and I'm willing to just step straight into another big fight, another 50-50 fight. They're two great fighters. I'd love to fight Mosley Jr. because I looked up to Sugar Shane Mosley when I was growing up. He's one of my favourite fighters. So
Yeah.
yeah,
No, definitely. Tyler Denny would be a good fight too, says Jam. Hawkan jumping in saying Nathan Heaney still haven't any opponent for the February 8th in Manchester. I know
yeah,
you were. I saw the
he does.
poster go out. That actually
Yeah,
looked really good.
yeah, good poster. Do you know what it is? I've seen it with my own eyes. The Warrens have said that Nathan Heaney wants an easy fight next, and then he might be willing to fight me later on down the year. So he's
So hang
looking at.
on. If people are saying you've had your losses and you're that guy,
I'm an easy fight.
yeah. So why? Not saying you are, but why aren't people looking
Yeah,
at you then to
I
say,
understand. I understand. Obviously, like
yeah,
I'm a
it's
very
it's
high
when
risk.
it
I'm
suits.
a very high risk, no reward at the minute because these are all good fighters. I'm not saying I'm going to go in there and it's going to be easy night's work because it isn't. They are very good fighters, but they know and I know that up at 160, I'm going to be a problem.
Yeah. Let's think though. Nathan Heaney, he's had his losses recently.
So yeah, he's coming off a loss as well. It made sense. He's
Do you
coming
know
off a
what I
loss.
mean?
I'm coming off a loss. We're two former British champions, both
Yeah,
good, both likable characters, both big ticket sellers. Promoter's dream. Good
yeah.
fight.
Well, you would think it would be. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's Aaron McKenna would be an excellent watch. Oh
yeah,
mate, they're chucking the names out now. To be fair, he seems to be on that crest of a wave at the moment, doesn't he? And he's looking at those huge fights ahead. But as you say, domestically, that
yeah.
fight's
What
still
like?
there.
Oh, exactly. And do you know what it is? I'm not like trying to sound big-headed or anything, but I don't think he's boxed anybody who's better than me or as good as me. Aaron McKenna. I don't believe.
Yeah. No, fair shout, mate. Fair shout. I think you'd stop Mosley Jr. To be honest. Yeah, he's definitely not the same level as our previous Mosley, is he? Let's be perfectly honest. But yeah, as I say, we just can't wait to see you back out there. To be honest, Troy, doing what you do, you're in a good place mentally, physically. Yeah, here we go. Look, so chat a lot of boxing. I'm speaking to Nathan Heaney very soon. Both very likable, Troy and Nathan. Got a message for Nathan?
Me. If I got a message for him,
Yeah.
see, I think he's seen all my messages. He just keeps.
I think you said enough, yeah.
He just keeps leaving me on read. He's like he's not biting. I've tried to get him to bite. Do you know what it is? I respect Nathan Heaney. It's just a business at the end of the day. I'm just trying to get a fight. At the minute, obviously, I've got no promotional team, so coming off two losses, I just want to fight, and I don't want to go back to, like I said, fighting journeyman. I want to jump straight and see where I'm at 160. I believe that I'm very much up there, domestic scene, definitely.
No, 100%. And as you said, as a boxing fan, before you go, obviously massive fights this Saturday. I'm sure you're going to be sat there in front of the zone all weekend.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm
it,
looking forward to Saturday night. Yeah, it's going to be a great night of boxing.
so, other than the main event, because obviously everyone's talking about the main event, what other fight are you looking forward to on that card, Troy? Because I tell you, there's some crackers on there, isn't there?
I was really, really, really looking forward to Dennis McCann, Peter McGill.
Oh, I knew you were going to say that.
That was the fight that I was looking forward to the most, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
Isaac Lowe against fucking hell, what do you call him?
Isaac Lowe.
I did not against Lee McGregor.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that. That's a great fight. Yeah,
What do you
obviously,
think about Fisher Allen?
yeah, good fight. Good fight. Two likable characters. I like both guys. I've probably got to go with Johnny Fisher. He's young, fresh, and he's on a good roll at the minute. But yeah, I like that. I like Dave Allen. You can't just turn up. You can't just turn up and think you're going to roll him over because Yeah, he's got a puncher's chance.
Yeah, yeah. And while we got you, main event then. Come on, Troy. Usyk versus Fury. Where are you going, mate? This is.
I think Fury's going to stop me, you know.
You think
He's going to
Fury's
stop.
going to stop him?
He's going to stop me. Yeah.
That was more direct than I thought it was going to be. Fair enough. What? Just think he's coming in with a different mentality. He's not going to take it for granted this time.
I think he's going to attack him like what he done in the Wilder in the Wilder fight when he come out and he was just one mission, and that was just to seek and destroy. I think the first fight with Usyk, I think he was boxing really well. I thought he was winning the first 6 rounds, and I think he just took his foot off the gas a little bit. I've watched the documentary on Netflix.
Yeah,
Undisputed.
yeah.
And it says that he got a cut and he couldn't spar for God knows how long, and now he's at a full camp and he's really looking forward to it. And he's just his mentality's changed. He's saying that he's going to end him and he's going to retire him. I think you're going to see a really explosive Tyson Fury.
So there you go from Troy, everyone. Put your bets on Tyson Fury for a stoppage.
I'm not telling everyone to back the money, but yeah, that's my opinion.
Yeah, I'm not stitching you up, mate. But yeah, no, it's going to be a cracking weekend of boxing. Honestly, mate, we can't wait for you to be back out. Like you said, hopefully towards like mid-March, towards the end of March-ish.
Yeah, like hopefully the sooner the better. But like, obviously, I want to be ready. So back end of February, March, I'll be ready. Get Christmas out. Obviously, I'm taking over in the gym, but get Christmas out of the way, and I'll fully switch it on and get in the camp mode. So hopefully get an announcement, and hopefully it's one of these names. Benny, Devin Heaney, Aaron McKenna. Hopefully it's one of these big names. They know that I'm calling for the fights, and I want to fight them. So let's see. Let's see if there's what they're made of. If they want to put it on the line.
Right, 100%. Well, thank you very much, Troy, for coming on. Merry Christmas to you and your family.
Yeah.
To that lovely little boy.
Doesn't seem like Christmas, does it? Doesn't seem like Christmas at all.
There's no decorations up. Look in the background. What's going on?
Got a few of these though. Like, no decorations, but a couple of
Are they just yours?
Nah, one's mine, one's Jay's, one's the band's.
Thought you had your own stash in the corner or something.
I'm in the kitchen here. I've got a Christmas tree up in the front room. That's all.
Fair enough, mate. Fair enough. Well, thank you very much, Troy. Love to the family, and we'll catch up with you soon. And hopefully you get that fight sooner rather than later. And yeah, look after yourself, mate. It's good to see you.
Yeah, you too, mate. Thank you very much.
Take care, Troy. See you later.
Bye.